Today we're talking about a really interesting light. This is the Pocketlite F7 Mini. This is a 5-watt RGB light with a built-in battery, USB-C charging, and almost 2 hours of runtime. Weighing just over 130 grams and about 100 centimeters wide, it's actually lighter and smaller than most smartphones. The biggest thing going for this is actually how small it is, as well as its ease of use. With its built-in modes and compatible smartphone app, you have a lot of customization and uses for this light, similar to what we showed in the beginning of this video. The package comes with both a light diffuser and a grid, although I don't really use the grid. The diffuser, on the other hand, is quite useful when you want to get more soft lighting and you don't want as harsh shadows. And for other attachment options, it also includes a cold shoe mount. If at any point you want to learn more about this light or check out any of the other gear that I use to make these videos, you can use the affiliate links down below and help support the channel out. Now, I think for its small size and relatively low entry price, this could be a great multi-purpose light for a lot of people. Whether you want to light yourself, add a little accent lighting, or maybe just add a little extra pop. This is going to be a light worth checking out. Now, for a couple key reasons, this has quickly become my most used portable light, replacing my Viltrox RB100, which still has its place in its kit and still has several advantages to the smaller pocket light, but more frequently I'm finding myself gravitating towards this smaller choice. And I think this will be a pretty good comparison because while these aren't exactly in the same weight class, they're both still relatively portable in the sense that I can easily carry it in my camera bag. However, this goes the extra mile in terms of portability, so let's focus on that. Obviously, with weight and size difference, the Pocketlite wins, but the other main benefit is you don't need to remember a battery, which I think is a huge advantage. Instead, with its built-in battery and about 2 hours of runtime, if I ever need to charge it, USB-C charging is always available. Sometimes what I'll do with longer events or anytime I need to extend its runtime is I'll run a USB-C cable to a power bank, and you've basically got unlimited runtime with it now. The only equivalent option on the Viltrox would be to actually connect a power source, which is a huge external power adapter, which is actually a larger size and weight than this light alone. In terms of ease. In terms of ease of use and setup, this also has it beat. First, it's just easier to mount and attach to things. In addition to regular threading attachments, it also has a magnetic back, which means anything magnetic, including the less obvious, like the back of my phone case, is now an option for me to attach my light to. You see this lamp? Boom. So the fact that this is actually pocketable is pretty cool. Look at my light up pants. For me personally, when I'm doing events and I'm running around, I have a lot of bags or carrying a lot of gear, being able to put that in my pocket, freeing up my hands or not having to actually put it back in a bag is pretty important to me. And again, one of the main reasons it's so useful to me compared to having a more powerful light at times. One of the things that surprised me before I got this light is how versatile it was. I thought I would be mostly using it for product shots where I would have it close to the product that I was taking photos or videos of on the table here, but I didn't really think it'd be useful for, say, lighting myself or a larger scene. In the case of lighting myself, it was actually quite impressive, especially when you have the diffuser on there. You can actually get some really nice soft lighting, and even without having to have it that close to your face, you can actually get some really pleasing results. Where it mostly struggles though is with its overall brightness output. So where you're dealing with other light sources that you're either trying to overpower or complement, that's where it'll become difficult. So say for example, I'm using this big light diffuser over here, then I'm trying to get some nice RGB color on my face. So I'm gonna have to bring it far closer in order to really get an impact. So even though this is on 100% brightness, it's not going to be that impactful really. Not that you'd really want a look like that, but where it really impacts my work is when I'm doing product shots again. I would really have to tone down that light or use a smaller diffuser in order to get some meaningful RGB colors on the table here when used in conjunction with that, which makes for some more dramatic and artistic looks. But when I want the product lit up very well without much shadows, and I also want to add some RGB colors, that's a situation where I would use this brighter light here, because you can see the difference in brightness between the two, right? So this is its brightest, and even when we take off the diffuser, which will help, like this is blinding, like this hurts. So another example where this would be the better choice for me and why I sometimes bring both of them is when I'm doing larger events like a wedding and I'm trying to light a dance floor with just one light. This is the better choice because it's overall larger and brighter. If and when I don't need that extra brightness though, this is going to be the go-to choice. While the light itself has several really cool modes on there, the main ones I actually use are CCT, which allows you to adjust the color temperature from 2500 Kelvin up to 9000 Kelvin. as well as the RGB mode, which allows you to dial in the exact color that you want. And I use a handful of the scene modes, mostly candle, HSI, and lightning. In the app itself, I'm now gonna hit the plus icon there. Gonna hit add device. It sees the light right away. I'm gonna hit the plus icon. It's gonna spin around, does a check mark to actually connect to the light now. This is what freaked me out the first time I was doing it. You click on your device and it does absolutely nothing. You have to go out of it now. And you should see a little green icon next to the light. Click on the light. I should be able to adjust color now. You have your modes at the top there, as well as the categories down below of the modes. Likewise here, you can adjust the brightness of it, as well as the speed. So that's been my experience using this little guy. Like I've demonstrated, there are a lot of great uses for this little light, and to my surprise, a lot more than I was actually anticipating. Its biggest limitation, not being as bright as bigger lights, is actually not as much of a limitation as I thought it would be because of the overall other convenience package that it offers, which make up for that. Why, you're gonna turn off my lights now? Well, now that Mia has turned off my office lights because we're in a smart home, let's go ahead and turn off everything. Switch over to this. So let's truly light the entire scene just with the one light. Just as I was wrapping up my video on lighting, you turned off all my lights.
Yeah, I realized when I said
turn off all the lights that these
were it included these in the office.
So what I said was, now that she's turned off all the lights, I then turned off this one. I'm like, okay, let me just light the entire scene with this one light here to prove that point.
Well, I'm glad I could help you.
Yeah, you absolutely did.
I brought him donuts.
I don't like donuts. But goodbye. You go.
Okay. So, until the next one, guys.
You have to say as always.
So until the next one, as always.
This is a 5 watt. This is a 5. Why is it every time I want to talk, my voice breaks? Hey Google, turn off the heat. I'm gonna kill you, Mia, if you turn the heat on. I'm recording here. Can't have this. This recording stuff is not easy. By no means am I a lighting expert, so I'm not gonna throw a technical at you. Technical foul.